Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a super day. Today we're going to do a hearty vegetable and beef stew. So I'm starting off with a pound of stewing beef. I've actually got sirloin tip roast here that I just cut up because it was on sale this week. Here's my veggie bag. And when I get veggies from the grocery store, I try to divide them up and make them ready for when I do recipes like this. So in that bag I had some turnip, I had carrots, I had celery, I had peppers, I had onions, and I had a tomato. You know me, I love adding a tomato to super stew because it adds such great flavor. So in a Dutch oven I've added a couple of tablespoons of oil, and I'm just bringing that up to temperature so I can sear and brown the beef. Now this stew will also work with anything else that you might want as far as meat goes. It works well with chicken, veal, pork. You can also make it absolutely totally vegetarian. Just skip the meat and it tastes just fine the way it is. So make sure your beef is in a single layer so that it doesn't start boiling and turning everything gray. Once it's browned, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of garlic. I tend to wait with garlic after the browning's done because I don't want it to scorch and turn black and make everything taste bitter. I was using pretty high heat to brown the meat, so I always put it in a little bit later. Now I'm adding my bag of veggies. See how easy that is? You don't have to do any chopping when you're in a hurry to get this stew in the oven. I'm also adding some salt and pepper for seasoning. You use as much or as little as you like, or maybe not use salt and pepper at all and use something else. The dried garlic and red pepper mix would be good in this as well. But you use whatever seasoning that works for you. I used quite a bit of pepper this time because the pot is pretty full and it's going to be simmering for quite some time in the oven, so I want it to be flavorful. Nothing worse than bland food. I'm adding a teaspoon of browning. Use any brand that you like. You don't have to use it at all. You could use a little bit of soy, a little bit of Worcester, but the flavor will be different. The color is what we're after here. Also adding beef broth. Hey, look at that. I've got beef broth ready this time. I'm invariably searching for that bucket of beef broth. This time I had it pulled out and ready to go. You want to bring that broth up to just barely covering the meat and veggies. It will be braising for a couple of hours, so you don't want anything to dry out. Give it a good stir. Make sure all that beef broth and browning and veggies are all coated and ready to get cooked. I'm going to cover the Dutch oven and put it in a 350 degree oven for 2 to 3 hours. I would check after 2 hours just to see if the veggies and the meat are done enough. I mean, you might like them a little bit harder, you might like them a little softer, so the cooking time will vary. So I've brought the stew up to a boil on the induction burner, and I've added a slurry of flour and water. This is going to make your gravy, so get that in the stew. You need about 10 minutes of this simmering away so that the flour gets cooked out and thickens to a beautiful rich gravy. I've served up a bowl of stew for you. Come join me for some lunch and let's chat about our days. If you like the recipe, I'd appreciate it if you'd like, and I'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel. Thanks for stopping by for more food that warms your soul. See you next time.